Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a video channel today on F124. So, open lobbies in the background, as always, just for fun. First race is at Austria for this one. Starting in the mid-pack, somewhere in P8. And got an okay start. And just trying to stay out of trouble through turn 1. Luckily it's okay from there. Got a legal overtake, but I wasn't worried about that bit, but it's fine. And then come towards turn 3, just trying to be careful a little bit on the inside. Luckily I managed to manage to stay out of the carnage there. Using a little bit of EOS to get ahead of this Alpine there, but it's fine from there. Trying to take this Ferrari down at turn 4. Just about managed to get past this Ferrari. Got this Haas on the inside of turn 5. Managed to give him space there, but just about to get past him there. So that's not too bad at all. So not bad. So now I'm trying to catch up to this P3 guy. And just about in this DRS zone. So, and also I need to be careful with track limits as well around here, because sometimes track limits around Austria is very painful, so to get the penalty and all that. So I managed to get a DOS from this guy up ahead, so that got me, so I can save my EOS a little bit from the first lap, because battery is definitely important if you want to have a chance of not just a win, but also top 3 as well if you're from the back of the grid, and trying to save EOS as much as you can. And I managed to cut to this guy right here. Just gonna take this guy for P3, so very nicely down towards turn 4. So not too bad. So now I'm gonna try and catch up to this P2 guy, and I'm still in the DRS zone, so it's not too bad. So having an okay start so far after 2 laps. So feeling good. How I am this week. So feeling all right from the weekend. Feeling chilled. Coming into these races, I was just trying to do the best I can. Try do the massive as much as I can, and see what I can do from there. And then see what I can do from there, really. And then I made a mistake at turn 1. It's always on that 3 I always make a mistake on that corner, so I don't know why every time I do that. So I'm just trying to stay in its DRS. Luckily I managed to stay in his DRS, so that's kind of does help a little bit from me, trying to save my battery a little bit. So I was saving a little bit down towards turn 4, at this corner right here. A bit of back on medium on the exit, and then a bit on none, as much as I can if I need to. But I kept on medium through the middle sector, through these left-handers right now, including this corner here. And then I was just trying to stay in his DRS as much as I can, and then after that I can save a little bit through there. So I managed to stay in the DRS from this guy, so that's not too bad. So I put in none straight away, while I'm saving it in orbit. And then down towards turn 1, trying to get a good exit. Got a better exit this time around. So I was saving a little bit with the ERS, so he's going a little bit slowly, so I'm not sure what he was doing there. I was thinking about getting the DRS, but he's got the DRS, so I was kind of not sure what he was doing there. So I think he's playing the DRS chicken game or something, so as always. But I decided, well, I'm not playing these, well, I decided not to had enough of this, so I'm not sure he was slowing down on purpose just to get the DRS, but it turns out it paid the price. So now I've got to try and hold on for P2 now, so with an app remaining. Well, the leader is about 3 seconds ahead, so literally no chance on there, if the case he makes a mistake or something like that. But I managed to get through the field. Maybe he started at the front, so I couldn't do anything about it. So I just saved I decided to save EOS on this straight, while those guys behind me. So I decided to save EOS a little bit, so they can go past me down towards turn 1. Turns out that didn't happen, so I had to use a little bit of EOS on the exit of turn 1, And then I've got to save a little bit on the exit of turn 3. Survive down towards turn 3, just about. And then try and get a good exit as much as I can, using all the battery on this straight, as much as I can, down towards turn 4. And I did survive down towards turn 4, so that is P2 for me. And then you got this guy, well, he's just a back marker, so I'm not worried about that. So I thought that was a needle for a second, but it turns out it wasn't, so it turns out it was a back marker, so nothing happening there. So yeah, so 4 seconds from the needle, so nothing I can do about it, but that was the best I can do from P2, where I started. Still got the fastest snap though, so I mean, I'll take it though, so nothing I can do about it. And then I managed just about finishing P2 in the end, well, with no penalties, luckily, eventually. So not bad first race of the day. Trying to get through the field without avoiding any penalties, and then managed to get the fastest snap. Yeah, not too bad. And Anita started at the front, so nothing I can do about it there. So that was the best I could do anyway, so on that occasion, around the Red Bull Ring. As we come towards China next, in Shanghai, starting in P3 this time. This one's a little bit less than it was in the first race, but this race was kind of a Sunday drive to me. So in this one, come towards turn 1, I stick to the inside, and I managed to get into the lead straight away. Then come towards this bit here, these two were kind of tangling each other there, and I managed to get through the pack nicely, or through exit of turn 4, nicely through there. So very nicely, and then down towards turn 6, I managed to clear away from the rest of the field, and you got another Ferrari who's kind of on my tail, but I was just trying to avoid the curves really as much as I can around here. It's a little bit restricted compared to Austria, but Austria is kind of similar, so they're both quite similar on the restricted, on curves and all that. Then the time I got to the end of middle sector, I'm still in a second right now, but DRS is not affected till another lap, so I'm kind of alright at this stage. Using a little bit EOS on the exit of this corner onto this kilometre straight, down towards the hairpin at turn 14. Yeah, I was feeling okay at this stage on the first lap, so I survived the chaos, and I managed to pull a nice gap, about 4 seconds now, the time I got to the end of the first lap, because one guy, the Ferrari was in P2, made a mistake on that corner, on the long right-hander onto that kilometre straight, so that's where he made a mistake from. You might saw it on the map there, or you can watch it back for a bit and see what happened, and then you see what happened there for me. From there, really. Yeah, so not too bad so far. Yeah, this one was kind of a Sunday drive, so just by myself at the front. A nice 5-second gap from the guys behind. So very nicely there. So this race wasn't that much to tell you on this one. It was just me getting an okay first lap, pulling a 5-second gap. Well, it would have been a 2-second gap if the P3 guy didn't make a mistake, but it would have been a 2-second gap, but turns out it was 5. Turns out it's 6 seconds now. The time I got to this corner right here. So yeah, almost 6 seconds, kind of. The time I got to this Canonto straight again on that 2. So yeah, so 6 seconds now from the guys behind. So yeah, so I'm kind of relaxing at this stage. I wasn't relaxing in the first 3 laps. I was just trying to avoid track limits really, so, and avoiding the curves as much as I can on this race. So yeah, I still got the fastest lap though, so the time I got to the end of lap 2, I've gone even purple on the end of lap 2 in this one. Right there. So I think I got the fastest lap at the end of that race, because I have the pace and all that. So through turn 1 nicely, make sure I don't touch the curbs, everything, because you get caught out from there. The time I got to the end of the race, it turns out it was almost a 10-second lead. And that was another victory around China, very nicely.
Get in there! That's what I'm talking about!
Yep, another, well, first win of the Vidno. That one was quite an easy Sunday drive on this one, so nothing that much in that race. So it was just me getting a good start and pull away from the rest of the field, and that's how it happened. Still got the fast lap of the race though, so yeah, nothing that much. So at least I got a nice, easy drive, Sunday drive for me for this one. So the next race, the final race of this Vidno, is at Mexico. It's been a while since I did Mexico on my channel. This one, starting in P3 again. This race was, I would say, I was quite lucky in this race. It's because, no, apart from getting tapped from this guy, I managed to get the lead down towards, well, just before turn 1, right here. I managed to brake NATO as much as I can, as possible, through the chicane nicely, getting a good exit at turn 3, and then that was very nicely at the start. So yeah, not too bad. First 3 corners there. That's kind of start I needed. If you're at the front and all that. So this is where, well, it's apart from all these chaos behind me. Well, one guy has a 10-second penalty for cutting the corner somehow, in a strange way. Sometimes you cut turn 4, and if you make a mistake from there when that happens. So through the S's now in the middle sector, very nicely through there. Not too bad at all. Then coming towards this staging section now, just saving my battery as a little bit, as much as I can, through here, because I used all my battery in the first sector just to try and clear away from the rest of the field. And now a bit back on medium on the exit of this corner, because we've got this long straight down towards turn 1. So completed the first lap very nicely. Kind of start I needed, really. So now I just need to try and hold on for the lead, really, and to make sure I don't get track limit warnings, and of course mistakes as well. But sometimes I do make mistakes in these races, but it depends how effect they are. But this one I was kind of, well, I wasn't 100%, but I was kind of, I was managed to try and to stay out of trouble, really. So just trying to bring it home, really, and see how it goes from there, really. It's all about make sure you don't get any penalties, and then make sure you don't have, well, if there's damage in this race, it turns, luckily there's no damage in this one, so, because it's because I think I turned it off or something, so, because I was hosting in this one, so, it's been a while since I was hosting, so, sometimes I don't host, sometimes I do host, but it depends on how it works, depends how it turns out, really. Yeah, so I did get a warning on that too, and, well, it's the first warning I have. And I looked at this tyre pressures right now after 2 laps. And it turns out that it was okay after the first 2 laps. So I was kind of alright at this stage. And then he got the fastest lap, so I don't have to pace at this stage, but luckily I was trying to save ERS as much as I can. Just to make sure I have enough ERS if I need to. So the P2 guy is definitely on my tail, so I mean he's not in my DRS zone just yet, but I'm just trying to avoid these higher curves as much as I can through these tight corners right now. So I'm just trying to, I do have enough battery to use all the deployment, but I'm not saving it as much as I can if I need to, as much as I can. So through here right now, I'm just trying to avoid, well, the slide, because the tyre pressures around Mexico is quite high. Because I think it might be the worst. This might be the worst track on tyre wear, so because the tyre wear is so high around here. So if you come towards the end of that 3 now, I check my tyre pressures again onto this corner right here. My rears are kind of really warm, really high compared to my front tyres and all that. I did set the fast lap of the race, but his guy set the fast lap of the race, so my pace is still there. So it's not because of the battery, it's because of the tyre pressures, I think. But since my rears are kind of into the yellow zone now instead of the green compared to the front tyres, So the tyre wear around Mexico is quite terrible around here. So if you're trying to do a 50-cent race around here, or even a 25-cent race, or something like that, the tyre wear is going to be a killer around here. So you need something like to cool your tyres down in the race, or something like that. Luckily it's only 5 laps, so I'm not worried about it. So now I'm just trying to I do have set the first sector personal best again, and then I was trying my hardest to keep the car straight. And this guy is almost into my second zone now. So he's getting closer and closer now. So because my tyre wear is kind of a bit high now. And luckily he hasn't got DRS on this straight. So I was quite happy with that, how it turned out. And didn't set my personal best, but I am using a bit of ERS on the exit just to have enough well, just enough speed down the straight. I managed to, well, I cleared away a little bit, but it's fine, down towards turn 1. I survived it. So now I've got to survive one more lap, while my tyre pressures are really high in the temperatures. And I've got another warning again, so this is my last warning, so I need to be careful as well. It's not just tyre wear I need to be careful with, I need to be careful with these warnings as well. A little bit of mistake there, but luckily it's in the snow part. So now he's in my DRS zone right now. So luckily it's the last lap. Through the middle sector now, just trying to be careful a little bit. A little bit of snidey there, but because my tyre wear is so high, trying to be careful a little bit. Then using all my battery on this straight, because it's a DRS zone. Just need to be careful a little bit. And then through this staging section now, just need to be careful a little bit. Luckily he didn't dive bomb me there, so I was very lucky with that. Then around the last few corners, I managed to get the win around Mexico. So that's fantastic. Well done.
Get in there. That's what I'm talking about.
So that's another victory around Mexico, so that's fantastic. So the tyre wear is quite high around here, so you need to be careful a little bit if you're doing Mexico or not, if you're doing it more often, a few times. So that's why it's quite tricky around here on the tyre wears and on the tyre wear on this one. Yeah, so that's for me today. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. They appreciate it a lot. Thank me for support all that. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, they appreciate it a lot as well. And I'll see you guys next video. See you guys next time on F1 24. Have a nice day. Enjoy your weekend. And see you later.